Hey guys. So working with clients, especially clients who have lived their life, I often ask one question. The question is, if they could give one life advice to their younger self or to someone they would like to inspire, what that advice would be. And it's always so soothing, inspiring, and empowering to hear what they are saying. So I decided to do it for myself. So I reflected upon life lessons or maybe bullet points for life that I could name, the things that I consider important and I have learned through living and experiencing life. I wouldn't call it life lessons, but let's say I call it invitations. And invitation number one is reflect upon where do you extract your self-value from. Is your self-value coming from something external, meaning how other people perceive you, how much they like you, how they see you, or your self-worth and self-value is coming from something much more internal? Your self-worth is coming from how much effort you are putting into creating the life that you desire. Your self-value is coming from how much strength and courage you are putting in staying true to your heart and living your life according to your heart's truth, which might be very different from someone else's truth. When we base our self-value and self-worth on the validation of something or someone external, it will always be volatile and it will be very, very fragile. When it's coming from within us, it's very solid, and nobody and nothing will be able to shake it, no matter what happens in your life. And if I could give an advice to someone, then I would say work single-mindedly on that, on building that internal value system. So you walk solidly, gracefully, and confidently through life. Invitation number two, don't run away, run towards. What I see in myself and also a lot in my clients and students that we often run away from something. We can identify what we don't like, that we feel discomfort, maybe in certain countries, on continents, working certain jobs, being around certain communities, and we just keep running, but we don't know where we are running towards. Therefore, it's very important to distinguish and articulate our internal value system. Which things are important to me? What values are important to me? What virtues are important to me? What kind of values I want to be surrounded with? And then also having a space for it to change over time, because obviously we will change as human beings, but at least have some kind of goal towards which we are moving. Otherwise, what's happening is that we are just running. And we end up creating the life where we are running marathon, sprint, ultramarathon, Ironman, trail marathon, God knows what else at the same time. We are becoming a hamster in the wheel, being super exhausted, tired, not knowing even why and what for. Audit your life often and try to distinguish goals towards what are you moving, without trying to complicate it too much or becoming way too serious about it, but at least making a short-term goal. So, okay, for the next 3 months, I'm moving towards what? And that leads us to point number 3. Invitation number 3 is learn to love yourself. Self-love is not given for a majority of us. Self-love is the skill that we have to develop the same way as we would develop any other skill. We have to learn it. Approach it the same way as you would go to learn salsa or study Spanish or study ceramics, something. Self-love is a deliberate skill that we must practice daily. How much you love yourself will dictate how worthy you think you are. Will dictate, do you believe that you deserve that which you desire? Do you allow yourself to dream, to create, and to acquire, and to build, and to move towards big and inspiring things? Or you think that other people can, but I can't. I don't know why, but somehow I think that I don't deserve that. So learn to love yourself as your life depends on it, because it literally does. Invitation number 4. Learn to forgive and move on. The emotions that we are feeling them. Nobody ever will feel something for you. The love that you feel, it's your heart that's feeling it. The anger, resentment, shame, guilt, you are feeling it. It's your liver, it's your kidneys, it's your tissue, it's your organs. It's like you're poisoning yourself. Life will happen and people will do things for you. It doesn't mean you have to keep these people in your life. But don't hold on to the resentment, anger. Learn to forgive, and you're doing it for yourself. And forgiveness is just another skill to develop. Someone's behavior doesn't say anything about you. Someone's behavior will never dictate how worthy or lovable you are. Forgive, let go, and move on. And focus on feeling emotions of love, gratitude, and joy. And that leads us directly to the point number 5, to the invitation number 5, gratitude practice. Practice of gratitude, it's another skill to develop. The interesting part about the human brain, that every day we think about 80,000, 90,000 thoughts. 80% of them are the same as from yesterday, and 70% out of 80% are negative, because the human brain is wired to think negative thoughts. Because once upon a time, when we lived in caves and in tribes, we had to remember not to eat the berry that our mate ate yesterday and died. So our brain is wired for negativity for our own survival. The thing is that now we live different life. And if we only focus on negativity, then, well, on what kind of frequency we're gonna vibrate? How we gonna carry ourselves through life? So train your brain to find something good. What's wrong is always available, and so is what's good. Every day, create a gratitude journal, and every day in the morning or before going to sleep, make an effort. And it's not always easy. It's like last 2 reps in the gym. Why? Because you're literally creating a new neural connections in your brain. Find things that you are grateful for. When it's hard to find things that you are grateful for in your external environment, focus on yourself. I'm grateful that my blood through internal carotid artery flows into my brain. It's kind of important. I'm grateful that I can breathe. I'm grateful that my nerves functioning very well, and I can open my eyelid in the morning and see the world. It's one nerve that's responsible for that, and it's kind of magic that it works so perfectly. Practice gratitude often. Invitation number 6. Don't let other people's limitations stop you. So when you share your idea, a dream, a thought with someone, and they present you with a million of reasons why it wouldn't work, why it's my favorite, it's too hard, understand that it says nothing about your ability to achieve it, to create it, to make it happen, but says everything about their own limiting beliefs, about how they see themselves. It has nothing to do with you. Become your own best cheerleader. Learn to see the potential in yourself. And when you do that, you will automatically, immediately, instantly will be able also to see it in others and inspire them to see it too. You will become basically everyone's favorite person, because people love to be inspired to create beautiful things. Believe in yourself as if there is no tomorrow. Train as if you would be training for Olympic gold, but that gold is the belief in yourself. And love yourself enough to do that. Invitation number 7. Choose your inner circle wisely. Make sure that people you surround yourself with, make sure that these people inspire you, they better you, they encourage you to shine, they encourage you to be bold, they encourage you to stand in your greatness. Instead of being small, contracted, instead of saying you a million of reasons why you can't do something, why you are not good enough, why you have to be less. That you can say to yourself, and it's better if you don't, but it's definitely not something you need from people around you. The good thing about today, if we don't have these people around us, then we can surround ourselves with inspiring books, with podcasts, with people on social media that inspire us. There is always an opportunity until we meet them in real life. And also make an effort to become that person. Become someone you would like to have as a friend. And then it becomes just a matter of time when these people start to come and appear in our lives. Remember that we don't attract what we want, we attract who we are. Invitation number 8, do not make yourself small. Do not shrink to make someone else comfortable because they feel intimidated by your light. No, it's not your job. Understand that the world needs your light. You need your light. People around you need your light, that your presence is important, that your presence matters, that you are allowed and actually you are needed to take space. And that's why I think it's so interconnected with the previous point. Make sure you are surrounded by people who encourage you to shine. Instead, dim your light because misery loves company. Because maybe they don't allow themselves to shine and they're like, no, stay small with me. No. Learn to love yourself so much that you feel comfortable to shine. Go after all that you desire and believe as if there is no tomorrow, that everything that you desire desires you even more. That everything that you desire, you're worthy of having that. Invitation number 9. Accept your roots and your parents. And this is a big one, and I probably could make a 2-hour video about this. I know from working with clients, from my own journey, from my students, majority of us have quite tricky relationships with parents or absolute lack of relationships with parents. There are so many ways to heal and reharmonize our relationships. The family tree is important. It's important to heal that inner wounds that were developed because some emotionally charged event happens when we were 3, 6-year-old, 15-year-old, and so on. But right now we are adults. Learn to heal your inner child. I call inner child mini me. Learn to heal mini you. And start to look on your parents as adult would look on adult. Start to entertain the idea that your parents did the best they could with inner and outer resources they had at that time. Now it's very easy to judge because the full Instagram, TikTok, God knows what else is filled with life coaching advices and all that. Back then it was different. Learn to forgive. Learn to reparent yourself. Learn to love yourself. And learn to love your parents. You have wounded inner kid within you. Your parent has too. But maybe now you have tools, have people who can guide you how to heal it, how to reparent yourself and all that. Your parents didn't. My invitation would be start to entertain the idea that different relationship dynamic is possible. Understand that everything in universe, in nature, in our body seeks harmony, seeks homeostasis, including our connections, our relationships with other people. So just plant a seed in your mind. Give a space for this dream, an idea that the harmony between you and your parents is possible. And then the right people, mentors, coaches, healers, therapists, will start to appear in your life when you are ready to work on that. Because once we harmonize our relationships with our parents, our whole life starts to change and life becomes more joyful. I promise you. And invitation number 10, focus on create a healthy life and focus on holistic health. What do I mean by holistic health? So make sure that every area of your life is healthy. your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your social health, how you relate with other people, what kind of people you surround yourself with, your financial health, what are your relationships with finances, how you treat money. Do you have loving relationships with money? Do you treat them with kindness? Do you invest? Do you manage them well? Are money coming in your life? So focusing only on emotional health and completely neglecting physical health is not optimal. To focus on emotional, mental, and physical health but completely forget about finances, I think it's not optimal either. To isolate ourselves and pretend that we are a complete island and we don't need anyone. No, we are social beings and we are wired, we are built for connection. Maybe it takes time to find the right connections for us, but we need connections. We need to relate. So understand that everything is connected and interrelated. Identify the areas of your life that causing you the most anxiety and start cleaning them up. Literally start Marie Kondo them. For example, if right now your physical health is 11 out of 10, your emotional health, mental health is great, but your financial health, then make a 3 month project for yourself and focus on your financial health and find ways to improve it. If you feel that your physical health is struggling right now, then for the next months, approach it as a project. You will focus on your physical health. 3 months is long enough time for something to become a habit, and then it just becomes easier to manage it. You don't have to give it as much attention as at the beginning. Guys, I think each one of those points deserve a whole separate video about it, and actually I feel super inspired to make it in the future. But for now, thank you so much for listening, and remember, you're loved, you're worthy, and you deserve a beautiful life. Believe it, trust it, embody it, and go and create.